Hello everybody, it's Joy KahNah once again. In today's short video, we are going to talk about finding your North Node in the whole sign house system. And if you are just stumbling upon this video and you don't know what the North Node is, it is a very, very exciting point that can be found in your astrological chart, which indicates your life's purpose and your destiny in this lifetime. It basically tells you exactly what energy you can embrace to make your life amazing, basically, and to balance any quote-unquote karmic debts that you may have from previous lifetimes. So it is a very, very important point. And to find your North Node sign, luckily, you only need to know the date of your birth. And most people do know the date of their birth, so you can find your North Node in the chart on my website, which I will link below, and that'll give you your North Node sign. But if you're really trying to get very specific on your North Node, it's helpful to know not only the sign, which indicates the general energy that you are intended to embody in this lifetime, but it's also very helpful to know which house of the astrological chart that your North Node falls in, as that indicates the specific area of your life to implement your North Node energy for greatest success. And if you're really looking to know, for example, what career is going to be best for you, it can be very, very helpful to know your North Node house. And this is where the house system that you use in astrology becomes very, very important. And typically when we all begin our astrological journey, we stumble upon some of the most widely used house systems, like the Placidus house system, maybe the equal house system, and these systems, believe it or not, are not the original house systems of astrology. And earlier, well actually in 2018, the day, even the instant that Jupiter moved into Sagittarius, I discovered the whole sign house system, and I quickly discovered that this was the original house system in astrology that was used in ancient Egypt, etc. And at first, when I saw it and I saw some of the changes in my chart, because I was, just like most people, reading the Placidus system for a long time, I was kind of startled. And if you're interested more in sort of the history of the whole sign house system, I'll also link more information about that below. But anyway, after months of research and observation, I came to my own personal understanding that for me, the way that my chart reads in the whole sign house system is most representative of my personal truth by far. And I think that with an open mind, many of you will find that to be the same for you as well. Now, without getting too scientific here, if you have an ascendant, it probably says ASC in your chart, that is at an early degree, such as 3 degrees, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, it's likely that your North Node in the whole sign house system, the house that it falls in, is probably the same across almost all of the astrological house systems. But if you have an ascendant that falls at a sort of a mid-degree, like 15, 16, 17, 18, or a late degree, it's likely that your North Node, your destiny in this lifetime, it may actually fall in a different house, in other words, in a different area of your life than what you may have previously believed. And that's why I'm making this video today, is for all of you whose North Node changes in the whole sign house system, like mine did. And of course, for me, I'm presently using the whole sign house system in my readings, and like I said, I really, really feel the profound truth of this house system as it relates to our soul journey. And that doesn't mean, though, that you have to embrace the whole sign house system if it doesn't resonate for you. But what I'm offering in this video is how to generate your chart in the whole sign house system, and specifically how to find your north node in that chart. So you guys, let us jump in and get started with step-by-step instructions. Alright, so to get started, you want to click the link in the video description, which will bring you to astro.com and this birth data entry form. And this is where you're going to input your information, and I'm just clearing the form here. You want to start with your name, whatever name you want to appear on your chart, and optionally your last name. If you're into that as well, it will also ask you to select your gender, and most importantly, of course, to input your birth date. I made one up, November 11th, 2011. I thought that would be fun. You do need your time of birth for this from your birth certificate, and the time of birth is pretty important for getting an accurate natal chart. And you also need your place of birth, where you were born. I picked Orlando, Florida, as a hypothetical place of birth. Now, once you've input all of your information, you want to click the Continue button, and that will bring you to a screen where it will actually show the chart that you just generated. And if this is your first time, you should just have one option. Click that chart with the information you have just input. And once you click that, it will bring you to like all of these different selections. And you guys, these are really cool. Everything on astro.com is cool, but for today, we're going to focus on the extended chart selection. And this is really awesome. You can make every house system here, but we are going to generate our chart in the whole sign house system. So the most important thing you want to change here is where it says house system, and you want to change it, of course, to whole signs. And if you're interested in the other house systems, you can find them there on the list as well. Now, this is my personal preference, but I also like to select the true node option for the north node, and I like to select Chiron, and I know some of you are familiar with the asteroid Chiron, so you might want to include that in your chart. Then we just check over everything to make sure that we have the chart the way we want it. I like the landscape option, so I checked that box. But whatever feels best to you. Looks like everything is good to go. So you click here to show the chart. And then just wait a moment and your chart will appear in the whole sign house system. Look at that chart, you guys. A grand trine, 2 inconjuncts. Wow. What a neat chart. And I always recommend immediately dragging and dropping it onto your desktop or saving your chart somewhere on your computer for future reference. And yeah, here's the chart saved, and you see the north node, you guys? There it is in Sagittarius in the 5th house. Where does the north node fall in your chart?